It all began with a whisper. Elena first thought it was the wind, but soon realized it was coming from inside the old Victorian house she had inherited from Aunt Margaret. The house, known as Holloway House, stood on a hill overlooking the small town of Blackwood. The locals spoke of it in hushed tones, hinting at a dark history. Elena spent her first few days sorting through the cluttered rooms, finding old trinkets and dusty heirlooms, but at night, the whispers started. They were faint at first, but grew louder as the days passed. One evening, determined to find the source, Elena followed the whispers to the basement, a place Aunt Margaret had always warned her to avoid. The basement door, hidden behind a stack of boxes, creaked open to reveal a narrow staircase. Armed with a flashlight, Elena descended into the darkness. The air grew colder, and the whispers louder. At the bottom, her flashlight revealed a large room filled with shelves of dusty books and strange artifacts. In the center of the room was an old wooden table with a large, leather-bound book on it. The book looked ancient, its pages yellowed with age. As Elena opened it, the whispers became more insistent. The book was filled with cryptic symbols and eerie drawings. One drawing showed Holloway House surrounded by shadowy figures. Beneath it, a note read, "To awaken the dead, speak their names." Elena shivered. She remembered the stories about Jonathan Holloway, the house's original owner. He was said to have performed dark rituals to communicate with the dead. His family had mysteriously disappeared, and he was found dead in the basement. As she flipped through the pages, she saw her aunt's name, Margaret Holloway. The whispers grew frantic. Without thinking, Elena spoke her aunt's name aloud. The room fell into a deafening silence. A gust of wind blew out her flashlight, plunging her into darkness. She used her phone's light to find the staircase, but as she reached it, a cold hand grasped her ankle. She screamed, kicking free and scrambling up the stairs. She slammed the basement door shut, her heart pounding. That night, Elena couldn't sleep. Every creak and groan of the old house filled her with dread. She thought about leaving, but felt compelled to stay and uncover the house's secrets. The next morning, she explored the house further. She found hidden rooms and passages filled with more strange artifacts and symbols. In one room, she found a collection of old photographs. One photo showed a young girl with Elena's eyes standing in front of Holloway House. The date on the back was 1895. The girl was her great-grandmother. In the background of the photo, Elena noticed a shadowy figure. It was Jonathan Holloway. Elena felt a chill run down her spine. The whispers returned, louder and more urgent. She realized the house was haunted by the spirits of her ancestors, trapped by the dark rituals of Jonathan Holloway. Determined to set them free, Elena knew she had to find a way to break the curse. That night, she returned to the basement with the leather-bound book. She lit candles and followed the instructions in the book. As she spoke the final words of the ritual, the whispers became screams. The room shook, and the shadows seemed to come alive. Elena felt a presence behind her. She turned to see the ghostly figure of Jonathan Holloway, his eyes burning with malice. Summoning all her courage, she repeated the words of the ritual. The shadows closed in, and with a final scream, Jonathan's spirit was banished. The house fell silent. The air grew warm, and the oppressive feeling lifted. Elena knew the spirits of her family were finally at peace. She left Holloway House, never to return, but the echoes of the past would stay with her forever.